Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and today we talk about the 2018 Porsche Cayman GTS in Need for Speed Heat. Let's go! Alright, before I get into the video, I just want to mention if you're looking for any of my builds or any of my guides, I have all of my best guides and all of my builds linked on my website. That's militiagamingco.com. If you go there, you can find all of my builds, like I said, and all of my best guides, and then a link to our Discord as well if you're looking for a level 50 crew. Alright, let's get into this Cayman. So, this car is actually super useful. It has a very nice little secret, and I'm so excited to share with you this car. But let's start with the fastest engine. That is the 562 horsepower 3.8 liter V8. It ran a 258.5 on Arian and a 242.6 on Sonic. Now those times are good, they're not terrible, they're okay, but they're definitely nowhere near like the top cars, but it is viable. Now it doesn't handle exactly the way that I really want it to, and that's why some of these times are not as good. It is what it is though. It's just not a super good track car. It's not a bad one either though. So if you want to use it, if this is one of your favorite cars, here is my full track build. So it's that 562 horsepower engine, Ultimate Plus engine parts, dual turbo, and 5x3 pound NOS. We've got the super track suspension, Pro brakes, Elite race tires, Elite Plus clutch, Elite 7-speed gearbox, super track differential, NOS refills and duration, and then of course steering sensitivity is +5. It's not very good at steering as a default steering, so you have to crank it way up, and then downforce is +3. It's got a little bit of a tendency to drift as opposed to take a corner, so bump that downforce up. Traction control is off and drift style is on brake. That's a super important part of this build. It makes the car handle a little bit better. All right, moving on to the drag build. The drag build is really nothing special, but it's also not anything really bad either. It's ranked 62 out of 131. It's just right smack dab in the middle. It's very average. It runs a 1.870 to 60 and an 8.8 quarter mile. So with that said, here is my full drag build. 562 horsepower engine again, Ultimate Plus engine parts, dual turbo, 1x15 pound NOS, super track suspension, pro brakes, Elite drag tires, Elite Plus clutch, Elite 7-speed gearbox, super track differential, NOS refills and duration as always, and then steering sensitivity we are going to leave it at +5 because it doesn't matter, and then downforce you want to minimize, so -5 on that. Traction control off, drift style is on brake. Alright, let's go on to the drift build. Now this is actually where this car gets a little bit useful. Now it's not the best drifter, and to be honest, it does not handle the way that I like a drift car to handle. It just feels a little sluggish, a little heavy, it doesn't turn very well, but it scores very, very well. Like, it scores really nicely. I averaged 88,205 on the drift trial that's right outside the racetrack there. That's where I do all my testing, and that's pretty good. I mean, this car is definitely viable. You can use it to 3-star all of the drift events with a score like that. Now, that being said, here is the full drift build. So that same engine, Ultimate Plus engine parts, and this time we're going to go with an Ultimate Screw Supercharger, gives it a little bit more torque. 5x3 pound NOS, super speed cross suspension, pro brakes, Elite drag tires, Elite Plus clutch, super 5-speed gearbox, pro drift differential, NOS refills and duration, and then steering sensitivity at +5, downforce at -5, traction control off. Drift style is still on brake. I usually like to have drift style on gas, but for this particular car, brake just seems to work better. And lastly, let's take a look at off-road. Now, we have not had a really solid off-road car in a while, and this is this car's secret powers. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. This car is insane. And its times on the two races that I test on, our HTB2 and Rumble, are 149.1 and 309.4. Those times are insane. The RSR, which is the fastest car in the game, does a 308.4 on Rumble. Now that's something incredible. This is only a second off the RSR. It is a very fast car, and with those two times combined, that's how I rank these cars. this car actually ranks in the top 5. It is number 5 overall. It beats out cars like the 180SX, the Mustang Fox Body, the Miata MX-5. It is insanely fast. It's a very good off-road car. It hooks up in the dirt. You do a power slide around a turn, it hooks up right away. I mean, it is super fast in a straight line. It's just a very, very good off-road car. It's one of the best in the game by far, and it is really refreshing to be this far into these builds and find a car finally that is in a top 5 situation. I'm actually gonna have to adjust my top 5 for off-road, and I don't know, if I find another one that fits in the top 5, I'm gonna have to remake that video. So anyway, that's it. Here is the off-road build. It's the 562 horsepower 3.8 liter V8, Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate dual turbo, 5x3 pound NOS. Nothing changes there. Super rally suspension, pro brakes, elite off-road tires, elite plus clutch, super 5-speed gearbox, super rally differential, NOS refills and duration, steering sensitivity at +5, downforce at -5, traction control is off, and drift style is still on brake. It works best that way. All right, guys, have fun, drive this car in the dirt, and thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, but I really do appreciate everyone's support. And like always, if you wanna support the channel even more, you can leave a super thanks on the video, or you can become a member. They're only $5 and $10 of the membership tiers. You get members only streams, members only community posts, you get members only emotes, and you get members only badges that are next to your name in chat. This is a very good thing. I really appreciate it if you guys support the channel. You don't have to, obviously, just watching is enough. But if you want to support even more, there you go. And speaking of members, shout out to all the Heat 5 members of the channel. Thank you guys so much. This is my biggest supporters, and you guys are rocking with me till the end. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.